Isolate this guy. Look from the bottom. Let's create a center rectangle. I guess by default it's corner rectangle, and the center rectangle lives also here. And let's drag out a rectangle by using this snapping point, the center face. And we will use this one as a cutter, fillet it, BD. Okay, play with the size. Select the solid, C, cutter, okay. Delete this guy. Let's give this a fillet, and I will not detail it so much because it's not that visible. And nevertheless, give this one a slight fillet so it doesn't look so raw. Okay, that's okay. Okay, now we can start with the tank tracks. And again, I won't make a very detailed tank track. I just want to have here some geometry so the viewer can see how this guy is moving. Okay, first of all, I would like to create a curve which I will use for a curve array. But let me show you what I mean. Turn on the X-ray mode so we can see these lines. If we look from the right view. So I will create one center circle. G, V, change the pivot to here and bring that guy to somewhere here. Snap it here. Duplicate it. Again, change the pivot to here. Keep on dragging. That's okay. Let's look from the top or from the bottom and move them in. Let's snap them to here so they stay inside the hole. Now I can create a line starting at this snapping point, going to that snapping point. And the same here. And now let's run the trim command for trim the stuff inside. Join these four curves. Next step is creating the tank track itself. Use this one, the corner box is solid. I will drag out a solid. Doesn't matter where, just drag out a solid. We will play around with it anyhow. That's okay. Scale it along the Z-axis. I will time-lapse this part. The height of the plate can snap here at the edge, so let me show that. G, Z, let's press Ctrl and snap it here. Might be helpful when we array this later on in a few minutes. The corner rectangle is the default one in the menu, and here lives also the center rectangle. That's what I will select for dragging out a rectangle. From the center of the plate, something like this, and I will array it. Separate these two from the other two, so that there is a slight gap. Then select all four rectangles. Let's move them so we can center it at the middle of the plate. Pressing Ctrl. Okay, now this is centered. And in face mode, if you press E, you can extrude solids, like so. Okay, and let's drag these guys again into the plate. Now the stuff becomes too cluttered, therefore I will isolate them. From the bottom view I can keep on working comfortably. So first I will select all these solids and run a union boolean. Here it says mixture of sheet and solid. Let's see if this guy is somehow a sheet. It's a solid, but these guys look like sheets. Let me change the matte cap and the X-ray mode. Oh, okay, they are hollow. So that's a good case for showing you something. Let's say we have a curve like this, and in edge mode, if we press E for extrude, we are extruding a sheet which is hollow. That's what I probably did a few moments ago. But if I select the same curve in face mode, I can extrude a solid. So that's what I thought I did. But by accident, I extruded in edge mode. Not a big deal. Just press Shift J for patching them and create solids. And now it shouldn't be a problem to run a union boolean with this plate. But before doing so, let me quickly bevel these edges. 0.002. Let's bevel on this side also. With the same value, type in BD.002. Now we are ready to Boolean this. And I'm doing all this stuff for creating a nice detail. Now in solid mode, select all these solids, so the plate plus the 4 extruded solids, and press Q twice, and we should be able to join them without any drama. And I will keep on beveling. Now I would like to create a corner box again. Let me first show the edges so I can see what I'm doing. And let's start the rectangle here and snap here. And that's okay. Just press OK. From the bottom, I'm making very detailed stuff. I hope you can follow along. And at the end, you should be able to see the whole idea. I'm a little bit lost in the detail and I didn't tell you what I'm about to do. So sorry for that. You will see in a minute what I'm up to. So SZ. And that's okay, I think. I will again bevel these 4 edges. BD.002. And face mode, select this face, press Ctrl 2 for switching to edge mode. We will Boolean these, so select this one, press Q and select this one as the cutter, but press T for keeping this tool, we don't want to lose it. Look from the right or the left view. Alt X for mirroring, F for freestyle, select the center of this plate and boom. And if we hide the edges, we have something, a detail like this going on. And the whole idea is creating a tank track with these 3 parts. And this will be a metallic, the big plate, and the small ones which we have created afterwards will have a black rubber type of material. So our robot doesn't slip. So let's see how this whole thing will look when we curve array it. So therefore press Alt H for bring back the rest. And we already had positioned this plate, so it shouldn't be a problem to array it along this curve. Let's see how this whole stuff will look. So select these solids in solid mode, run the curve array, select this curve, bump up the number to, let's say, 30. Let's see how the gap between these plates look, or if they are overlapping. Let's look from the bottom view. Let's try 29. So that there is a slight gap, which looks more realistic. Yeah, I will go with 29. Maybe in your case, number will be different, but that's okay. Let's be honest, no one will see these plates which we have created here inside the sole of the shoe. But I will leave them nevertheless, because maybe you want to create an animation or whatnot. You will need these parts. Next step is creating the inner part, some type of wheels. And I will create a couple of them, array them, put some details, some minor details in it. First idea was to push the tank tracks further into the shoe so that they are barely visible. But somehow I like that it is that visible, so I will leave it like that.